How you doing?
Yeah, go about you.
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
How was your weekend with the kids?
Quiet one. Uh, they didn't really want to do much, which was a bit disappointing. Like last day back before school, so it was on the sofa, under blanket, Disney films and pizza.
But you know what though? Sometimes, man, that's my favorite time with the kids, dude.
Yeah,
Like I try to like do things with the kids all the time. Like especially like Elliot's over here quite often. Like we're always trying to play some PlayStation or some Nintendo or cards or something.
yeah,
Same with Maddie, man. When Maddie comes over, like we're always trying to do something. But then sometimes I think, man, sometimes it's just nice to just chill and relax on the couch.
yeah,
Because for me, and I know like kids don't understand it, and I don't think anybody really understands it until you're older. I don't have to be doing anything with them. I just like them in my presence. Like I just like being on the couch with them because I know there's
yeah,
going to come a time where it doesn't happen.
yeah,
You know, like I look back on it, like my father passing away before Christmas, man. It'd been, you know, a few years since I'd seen him, and like longer since like 5 years since I'd really spent any significant time with him. So it becomes this thing of, I whether they want to do something or not, I'm like, hey man, if we don't even have to be in the same room,
yeah.
just them being in the house, I'm like, you know what? Cool, man. My kiddos are here, dude. It's good. But I'm that weirdo dad though. I say weirdo dad. I know dad. I know all you dads out there want to hang out with your kids and be around your kids as much as possible. But like I am that dude. I'm like people are like, hey, let's go do something this weekend, and I'm like, nah, man. I'm just gonna hang out with my kids, dude.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna hang out on the sofa, bro. So,
zero.
like, I mean, you've been to my house a number of times. You see how me and Elliot are together,
Yeah.
you know. So, yeah, and then I mean, but me and Maddie are the same. Like, you've seen us together and stuff. So, yeah,
Oh,
we
how
are
was your
entertained.
weekend?
Yeah, I didn't do much because the kids got back from holiday with their mom and stepdad on Friday. Um, yeah, I didn't see Maddie all weekend. I assume she was probably out just hanging out with mates because it was the last 2 days of the holiday. Um, Elliot was over here and we just kind of just hung out. He had a sleepover. He had an audition on Saturday. Unfortunately, he didn't get in, but he did have an audition. And then he had a sleepover Saturday night. So I kind of didn't do anything really.
Yeah.
Watched some cornhole, but that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of which, we got a few results to get into.
Yeah.
So we'll start over in the ACL, the Lacrosse Open.
Up in Wisconsin.
Yeah. So the women's singles was taken down by DLE, who double dipped Kiara Peterson.
Yeah.
Uh, Juniors was taken down by Zach Aitken, who avoided the double dip from Chase Fleischer, and that was a King Seat rematch. Then seniors taken down by that man, that guy. Surprise, surprise.
I I mean I agreed with you at the beginning of the season. I did. Obviously you think like surely somebody can beat him.
Yeah,
But now I think you're on to the fact that I don't see him getting beat at
yeah,
all in
yeah.
seniors. Not
Well,
even not even
he
a
did.
little bit.
He did get beat in his first game of the day by Andy Graff, but then he went all the way there to double dip him in the final to get revenge. So
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm just going to put out that maybe he's just that bored of winning that he thought, you know what, I'll do it the hard way for once.
Let me get my money's worth.
Yeah, exactly. And then onto the doubles. So women's doubles was Sam Finley and Michaela Calvi. They avoided the double dip against Mayan Dela Cruz and Kanaya Peterson. And then junior doubles was Ethan Ferrius and Gabe Clausen. They double dipped Jack McKenna and Chase Fleischer in the King Seat rematch. And then seniors, Matt Guy got the sweep and seniors. So him and Joanne, I have not wrote this surname down. Oh well.
Joanne. Oh yeah. So speaking of her though, sorry. Yeah, I was watching in open singles. No,
Yeah.
was it open singles or was it doubles? No, it had to been doubles. Whoever she was playing with in doubles, but yeah, they were talking about how she, because she had to make the choice to either play seniors or play women. She chose to play women's, which honestly, I think uh, I wish that they could work that out to where those women could play both.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's not as many senior women to really make the argument. Because if there was 50 senior women that were playing women's and seniors, they would probably go, okay, let's do this. We're going to stagger this. But obviously, there's not as many. But yeah, I was watching her throw, and like, I never heard of her before, but man, she like that girl can throw.
Yeah.
She can throw, man. She was on fire too, dude.
Yeah. And then onto the main stuff. The doubles was taken down by Logan Chamberlain and Gavin Conno, who avoided the double dip from Jack McKenna and Chase Fleischer. So Chase Fleischer, runner up,
Jace.
runner up. And then we come to Sunday. So
Jace was throwing fire though all weekend. I get that he was the bridesmaid for most of the weekend, but dude, that kid was on fire, bro.
Yeah, them air males. So in singles in bracket A, Gabe Clausen avoided the double dip from Mark Richards, and then Chase avoided the double dip from Sammy Soto. And then in the final, Chase, no longer the bridesmaid of the weekend, he beat Gabe with one of the nastiest step out male drags I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I can't. I'm gonna watch that match after. I didn't stay up to watch the whole thing yesterday. So well, I was up, but I was doing other stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna finish watching that match after we finish this.
Yeah, it was just pure filth.
Well, I saw him. I saw him in an airmail in his game against Gavin Conno, and he had two bags kind of hanging, and he shoots a perfect airmail. It hits him. Both bags slide and then just stop. And everybody's just waiting, and we're like, "Oh my god!" He ended up winning the match, obviously, but yeah, it gave Gavin a chance to come back and like be in the match. But yeah, just he hit some fantastic shots. There was just a lot of good cornhole, man. Like what I watched and stuff. I know Logan Chamberlain, he struggled a bit, like not struggled, but in singles, he just didn't seem as dialed in. Maybe I don't know. Like certain matches, he was like super dialed in. Certain matches, he wasn't. He front boarded one against Ethan Walker, and all I kept thinking was, remember your training where you just line bags up so you could get a better. And I bet you money, I will bet anything that by tomorrow he'll have another like training session up there going, hey, line these bags up here so you can get your angle of attack so that you don't front board.
And then over in Upland, we had a ACO major. Singles, and that was taken down by Chris Day, who beat White Rosengren in a King Seat rematch. And then he also took down doubles with Larry Young. And in co-ed, we had Kathy Butler and Braden Conley, who beat Chris Day and Jordan Crook there. So he nearly swept the weekend, Chris Day.
Yeah.
Just come up that little bit short in co-ed. And then in women's singles, our good friend Kim added yet another one. At this point, I've lost count.
12.
Yeah.
12.
I've run out of fingers to count now. Yeah, she got the double dip over Devon Sampson in the Queen Seat rematch there. Then Scott Swenson beat Ross Moore in the seniors, and then I've not got the juniors result because I'm unprepared.
We'll let you slide.
Yeah, but also in the co-ed, Kim and Chad took down third there. So
yeah,
obviously, well, we know Kim's good, but they're obviously in good form leading up to coming over in a few weeks. So yeah,
so what?
Be good.
2 weeks?
Yeah, something like that. Well, yeah, that's the results.
Well, 2.5 weeks, but I mean, so about 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
By the time this airs, it'll be 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
And speaking of Kim and Chad, the Monday before and we're going to try to get it out a little quicker than we normally do. We're going to have to beg our editor to try to get that done a little quicker. But we are going to get Chad and Kim on the show again, along with their
competition
trip to
winner.
England contest winners. And I'm unprepared. I don't have their names in front of me. But yeah, we're going to get them on the show. So that'll be fun. It's always fun to have Kim on. She's a good laugh. Chad, Chad's such a good dude, but like I always feel like, and Kim has mentioned it before. Like Chad's super supportive of her, and he is good in his own right. But it's almost like he just plays so that he can be there to support Kim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Although he is the defending European champion on the ACL.
No, I'm not saying he's not good. What I'm saying is he's good, but I think he chooses to play just to spend time with his wife. You know what I mean? And support her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just the vibe I get. I'm sure it's not necessarily that way, but that's just the vibe I get because he is a good dude. So, yeah. But I like Chad. He's a good dude. So it'll be good to have them on the show.
And speaking of defending champ that he is in Europe, tonight we're going to be joined by the defending doubles champs ahead of this weekend's doubles
Jon and
tournament.
Craig. When
we return, Jon Stynes and Craig Smith.
Yeah. When we return, we'll have Jon Stynes and Craig Smith. And we'll see what the defending champs have to say. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back with Jon and Craig, our defending doubles champions. Now, I'm not taking that away from you guys, but it is funny that we talk about defending since we haven't done it in 2 years.
Yeah.
But it's still going to be a good time, man. I'm looking forward to it. I always like playing doubles. So it'll be a good time for sure.
Wouldn't matter if it was 10 years, we're still the defending champs.
Touche. Until someone beats you, you're still the champs.
That's how it works in boxing. Some boxers,
I agree.
All UFC fighters keep the belt for multiple years before they get challenged, and they're still the champs. So,
for sure.
Until somebody knocks you off.
How are we getting on, guys? Doing okay?
Yeah, good. Good, thank you.
So the prep for the weekend going well? I know you just had practice night tonight, then, Craig. Yeah.
Yeah. And if tonight's practice is anything to go by, I'd be as well as staying in the house.
I'm sure that's what Jon wanted to hear.
Honestly, and actually says to Kaz tonight, it's like I've been possessed by fucking Josh Hazard. I was just frontboarding.
Whoa! Shots fired! Keep your gloves.
Honestly, the front boards tonight was just horrendous.
Yeah.
Get them out your system now, Craig.
Yeah, that's what Kaz said. It's just getting the bad shots out the way before the weekend.
That's what me and Woody were talking about yesterday. We had practice yesterday, and that's what we were talking about. We're like, hey, Get all the shit shots out right now. Like during the work week, get all your shit shots out, man. Let's get going this weekend.
Well, we did all right. Me and Helen won the doubles night at the club the other night. So
Nice.
our team. So
Maybe you should partner with Helen at the weekend.
maybe I should switch. It's too late.
Yeah, me and Liam haven't played together since probably since Croatia. So yeah, it's been a while. So we'll see how it plays out. I had some good shots yesterday, but I had a fair few shit ones too. I'm not front boarding as much there, Craig, but I'll still get
No, you've transferred it to me.
Touche. I hope. No offense, but I hope so. I need to get rid of it, give someone else. So, what about you, John? What do you got going on? How much you get to practice these days?
Not a lot at the minute because I've just been moving units, so I've been full on doing that. It's taken ages, and only today have I got my machines running. I've got my 3-phase power on today, so it's been a bit chaotic, to be honest. So, but I'm up and running now, so I'll get to club nights Wednesday. But to be honest, I find lately that it makes no difference whether I practice every day or I practice every couple of weeks. I hadn't thrown a bag for 5 weeks till last week, and I went to club night, and I still play the same. So yeah. I'm fine with that.
Sometimes I feel that way, and I was talking to someone else that I know in Europe, and she was saying that she hadn't thrown in a while, and she's got a tournament coming up. And I said, like, a lot of times I feel like if I take time off, I come back and throw better because now I'm not like constantly thinking about like, oh, I should have done this or I should do that or whatever. Sometimes it helps, man. I think so.
Yeah, I think you can overthink your game sometimes as well. Like, and when you practice,
guilty.
Well, great. What do you mean? But yeah, when you practice a lot, you're just constantly thinking about it, and trying to adjust this and tweak this, and so having a bit of a break isn't a bad thing. It's
yeah.
A break gets your bad habits out your head. It's like you come back clean. A lot of the bad habits that you pick up when you're thrown regularly that you've not even realised that you've picked up. It's like a reset. Eh?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So are you?
I'm looking forward to the weekend. It'll be good.
Sorry.
Looking forward to the weekend. It's going to be spot on. It's
I'm super. But I get excited anytime we have a tournament. It doesn't matter. I just enjoy playing. We have myself and Liam have, what is it, six events over the next 9 weeks.
All right.
Yeah, it's heated up, isn't it, now?
Yeah. So, like, we have this weekend, and then we have, obviously, the ACO the first weekend of May. Then that very next weekend, we're in Germany. Then the first weekend of June, we're in Ashby. And then the last 2 weeks of June, we're back in Europe for France and Belgium. So we have, like, a lot of stuff coming up, which is exciting. But at the same time, it's also like, oh, God, I got to play well. Because if I play like shit, I'm just wasting time and money, isn't I? But it's a good time. I enjoy it. Craig, are you bringing Byron down with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't know because of school and stuff. We didn't know if you would. So
no, he's off school this week. The school starts back again on Monday, so he's got the day off on Monday because we'll be travelling back up the road on Monday. So like Angela's had to take the day off as well. So
no, I like that. I'm glad to hear that. That.
Like we're leaving on Thursday.
Okay.
To head down on Thursday, because Byron's a big darts fan. He loves playing darts. As do I. Both of us play quite a lot, and he started getting quite good at it. And one of his big things at the moment is he wants to visit the St Helens dart shop.
Yeah.
So we're.
I can't remember what it's called now. It used to be A180.
Yeah.
Back when I first visited. Yeah, I've been there a good few times.
So it's now a huge premises. They've got the upstairs and this big premises. It's massive
now. Yeah.
So he's wanting to go there. He's been saving up his money so he can go and spend it on darts. I think he's already got about 12 sets of darts or something, but that's not enough for Byron. So that's the plans. We're going to stay at Haydock on Thursday night and then go to St Helens Dart Shop on the Friday morning. Depending on how much time we spend there, we might end up going to Donington Park Race Circuit on the Friday afternoon because the British Touring Car Championships at Donington this weekend. So if we go on the Friday, we'll see them doing the testing and things like that. Obviously, we won't see the races at the weekend, but it's just something more to do. Well, yeah, it makes it more worthwhile being away the more that you've got to do.
Yeah, for sure.
And then hopefully you make it extra worthwhile by going back on with some wood. I mean, surely he's got to be the favourite in the juniors.
Yeah, no problem. I'll stop at a B&Q on the way home.
Yeah.
I would still probably put Byron as the favorite for the juniors. I think Lily, she's come a long way. So I think that'll be a good matchup. And then from what we understand, Kieran Gedney has really stepped up his game. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to watch the juniors this weekend. I think it'll be a good time. And I think there'll be some good matches.
They might not have a chance to watch it. It's running at the same time as the doubles. We'll be busy playing.
I'll watch it for you. I'll feed back.
While we're sitting on the king seat, we'll have plenty of time.
Both of them start at 10 o'clock in the morning. They're starting the juniors the same time as the doubles. So the juniors will be doing their pool play while we're doing our pool play. And because I think the doubles is we're doing 3 rounds, the rounders. It's listed as on Scoreholio, and the juniors they're doing 4 rounds of rounders and then into the bracket. So they're going to get a lot of games as well, which is really good.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, there was only, I think, 19 teams. Surely they can give us 4 because the bracket's not going to take that long to get through, is it?
Well, you've got to think it's got to take half the time it would for the singles, but it depends on how many courts that they would use. Because if there's 20 teams, really, you should be using 5 courts. That's the ratio that Scoreholio recommend is a 1 in 4 ratio to courts. So it should go a lot quicker than what singles goes. Because there's going to be 60 players over.
What's that?
How many juniors entered? 9.
9.
9.
8 or 9.
So if you give the juniors probably 3 courts.
2. If there's only 8 players, then just 2 courts for that 1 to 4 ratio.
And then give us, 6.
If you'll get through the rounders,
quick with 6 practice and stuff like that. I think we'll still go pretty quick.
But yeah, for 20 teams, it should be 5 courts, say, for the 1 to 4 ratio for the game, and for Scoreholio to run the tournament as efficiently as it can.
Yeah. UKCL, man, we don't do anything efficiently though.
No, I mean that's
none of us do. We all go into it saying, we're gonna get right through this. We never
this
do.
This might be the only tournament that they can actually run it to what's recommended for it to be the most efficient, because there's only 20 teams.
Craig, you're probably onto something there. But
yeah, well, if they've got,
and that's no slight on them guys. It's just a matter of fact.
It's more of a venue issue, really. I mean, for 60 players, you should be looking at having 15 courts. We've not got the venues that could have 15 courts. So
for sure.
That's
why I'm
makes the tournament longer.
Interested to see how we're going to do on the ACO day, where we have our UKCL singles, and then also what is it? ACO doubles, the block or the co-ed. There's and I'm thinking because they have us scheduled to be done with UKCL singles by 3 o'clock, and I'm like, man, we've never been close to being done at 3.
We will have a lot more courts, so I'd imagine.
Will we?
No, but by 3 o'clock, you're maybe down to 12 players or something. You could overlap the tournaments. One doesn't have to finish before the next one starts.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I thought it was funny that they're like, "Hey, you'll be done by
Yeah.
3," and I'm like, "Yeah, we've never been done by 3, not even close."
Yeah.
But
It'll depend on the numbers as well.
so women's
Typically, there's less UKCL players go to the ACO event than what goes to the UKCL events. Hopefully, there's more turns up this time because they're including the UKCL event in it. So hopefully that'll help increase the numbers.
yeah, which is going to be crazy because maybe I'm wrong, but it's my understanding that obviously they're going to let anybody from the ACO that's coming over from the States play in the UKCL tournament as well.
Well, rightly so. It's not the UKCL closed 7, it's the UKCL open 7.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I think that'll be good.
When you're talking about it being your 8th event out of 9, that's when you know like there's going to be people who just smoke people. I don't know. I don't mind. Like we're all going to play, but if we're going to do it, I mean,
it's only going to affect the people who haven't gone to as many events though, because that would just, you'd assume, like the likes of your top players, so your Liams, your Aarons, you guys are always there or in or around the podium who go to every event, that, yeah, Kim, Chad, and however many other ACO pros come in and just lock out the top 5, 6 spots, that'll just be one of their drops anyway.
yeah.
You'd have to look at it that way. So, plus,
Yeah,
we're only going to get better playing better players.
Yeah,
Well,
I think they should.
I say that I'm still waiting to get better.
Yeah, I think the more chance of actually playing good players like Americans, the better. You know, I mean,
I'm not saying it's
games
not.
we play
Obviously, I travel a lot to play. And if I think my stance on it though is less about that. It's more about the fact that because we're also doing an ACL singles. You know what I mean? Like if we weren't doing both in the same weekend, I might look at it a bit differently. I don't care. We know I can either win or fucking choke and be done real quick. Like so, for me, it's 50. You know, it's 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other for me. But I can see people on the cusp of getting into the top 16, and maybe they already know they can't make June, or they've already missed one. Like, you know, I miss Halt Whistle, or someone that's missed Portsmouth, and you're thinking, I'll have a good showing, and I can drop those, and then all of a sudden now you got to come in and you're going to compete against not only everybody in the UKCL, but then also anybody that comes over from the States for the ACO as well. So I could see people being a bit miffed about it on a standpoint of they're on the cusp, especially also when you start talking about Team GB spots and people needing to be in the top 4 and needing to be in the top, in those spots. I can see people being a bit.
Is there much competition for Team GB? Like for people who put the name down,
it's quite close.
Is it a bit close?
But then we've not had the ones where people drop, but there's a tight gap of like 6. Like any 4 of them 6 will get the automatics, and then the next spot is the highest place finisher at nationals out of those eligible that put the name down, and then it's the committee wildcard pick.
So Dave Murray, he's entered, has he?
He's put his name down. Yeah.
But he's getting up there, and he's actually getting his game is a lot better lately as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
From Solent, it's am I wrong in assuming is it not just Dave? It's Dave and Dave, right? That put their names in.
Yeah.
I mean, I know both Daves did, but I think they're the only 2 from Solent.
Yeah, because obviously Jared's not eligible.
Nope, he's not.
And then see, this is the annoying thing. The UK team could be so much stronger if like the likes of you were eligible, Jared, and
if you weren't
like
from the UK.
Danny wasn't the ACO director. Like we can have such.
Here's the thing.
And that's no slight on.
There's
the
nothing
team that we
nowhere.
get,
There's
but-
not any rule. There's nothing written anywhere that says Daniel Lilly cannot be part of.
Well, no, I
Team
think
GB.
it's just a personal.
He chooses
thing,
not to be.
Conflict of interest type.
But it
thing,
isn't.
maybe, yeah.
Because the World Cup is WCO, not ACL. Yes, it happens at the ACL event. It has the backing of the ACL, but there's nothing to say he couldn't participate. He chooses not to.
I suppose, yeah.
Which to me, again, is I hate that because I think
No,
Danny is one of
Kev,
the best in the country, and he should be on that team.
Kev from Solent's also put his name down.
Who?
Yeah.
Kev Penny.
Kev Penny.
Oh yeah, Kev Penny.
Yeah.
My bad.
I might put my name down next year when I know I'm not going to be under all this pressure that I'm under, trying to change a business and sell a house and all this
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
next
for
year.
sure.
Yeah, just do all the stressful things at once, John.
As long as I can drag Craig along with me.
I think I was surprised Craig didn't have his name down to begin with.
Hey?
I was surprised Craig didn't have his name down to begin with.
Were you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just assumed that you would want to play.
They do have a tier 2 there, don't they, Craig?
I think they go as low as tier 4 or 5.
Oh, you're well sorted then.
Wow. Man, that's your own partner, Craig. That's your own partner.
That's all right. That's all right.
I remember last year when I went over there after an absolute shit show in rounders, I ended up in tier 5 and I went out to a guy who was throwing a 10 PPR. I was like, somebody's sandbagging to go home with a trophy.
See, the thing
Where
is,
was that
Josh,
at?
and I've already said this to John, but like as John had said, he's not practiced very much recently over the last 5 weeks or so. He's not thrown the bag very much. So as long as he gets enough practice in tier 2 on Saturday, to make sure he's up to scratch on Sunday, that'll be fine.
What?
You know, Craig, you say that, and
I don't even
me
know
and
there was a
Graham,
tier 2.
yeah, but me and Graham have talked about this on the podcast before. Everybody feels like there's two sides of John you get. And this only happens in rounders. You either get, I'm barely squeaking in, John, or I'm smashing everybody, John. But then we get into bracket, and there's only one speed, dude, and it's full throttle. Straight, like, there's never a moment you get into bracket and you think, yeah, John's probably going to go 0-2 in bracket or 1-2 in bracket. It never fucking happens, ever.
I've had bad tournaments.
Yeah, bad tournament to use still in the top 15, though.
Yeah, I think I've had a 17th, I think, maybe.
Yeah, but okay, if you look at it like, yeah.
Sorry about that, John. That was my fault.
So, but I mean, that's all I'm just saying, like, and you, like, so you and Alex, too, y'all both the same. There's, like, no fucking emotion either when you throw. You're just like, nah.
It's funny, actually, that I was watching back the first tournament we went to, so nearly 3 years ago or something, and I finished 5th, and that's basically my average. It's like, I tend to be there, but I've not in 3 years or whatever. I haven't improved. I'm just still the same. I've hit my limit.
I think that now, see, I think there's something to be said about the consistency of it, though, because you think Danny, Liam, those guys were always up there. Now, your big improvers are like the Pettits, things like that. Like, but I mean, then if you think back to those 2 years ago when that was happening, you also had Matt Richardson in the mix and all these. So I don't think you haven't improved. What I think is you've improved, but so has everybody else. Like now people in the UK used to improve. Like there was the top people improving like this and everybody else was kind of staggering behind. Now everybody's starting to improve on an equal plane to where you've gotten, say, your PPR, your DPR, whatever is improved by, say, a point or whatever, but so has everybody else's. you know. And then I think like, because you get to some of these games, and we go back, and obviously in the podcast we go back over results, and we talk about a lot of things like that. And I know, like, going back and looking at results, and it'll be, you guys might have an 8.5, 9 PPR game, and then a 5.5, right? But your DPR will be the exact same. So it's one of those, like, when you're playing someone that you know, man, I got to be on it. You're on it. But then when you play somebody, you're like, I could probably beat that person. You digress. But they're not throwing any better. You're still doing just enough to get by and win. Because I know I'm bad about it as well. So I don't think, like I said, I don't think it's a matter of you not improving. I just think that we're all, like, everybody, and I mean everybody in the league, is just improving on the same scale now, which is a good thing. And it's a good thing for us to be better and the sport to be better. So,
yeah, there's nothing better than, I mean, I had one of my best matches recently playing Nick Pettit, and it was back and forward the whole match, and then he did that daft, didn't throw the bag, he thought he'd won, and so I won after the round after that, so by default in a way. But what a game that was when it's so close, you know, and it was 21-20 or something at the end, or 21-19. So playing good people is so much more fun, you know, when you get a really close match right through.
100%. Yeah, for sure. I'll tell you though, Nick, because, you know, obviously he's about to have surgery. And if he's been doing that while in pain, man, I'm excited to see what he's going to put up when he's not in pain, man. That dude might smash everybody.
I mean, obviously in doubles, me and Craig don't do that. We're just smashing right through one Craig, like we did in the final.
There's a few teams out there that might have something to say about that, though.
Of course there is. Of course there is. There's a lot of good teams.
Oh, there is. There is. It's going to be
For
good.
sure.
Makes it more fun. Makes it more fun.
Oh, I agree. I'm looking for, and I love playing doubles, man. Doubles is a lot of fun for me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it for sure.
I think doubles is the best format of cornhole. It's a shame that it took 2 years for another tournament to come around, because it's the most enjoyable, the most fun.
It would be good.
Most banter, you know.
It's often, wouldn't it? If we could actually play at tournaments as well.
Yeah, it would be.
You broke up. What did you say, John?
It'd be good if we could actually play it at tournaments as well, on a regular basis.
But again, it comes down to, this country is so crazy on their venue prices and all these things. It's hard to get venues for multiple days. I mean, like, man, this country's so weird in that. And I get it. It's just a smaller country, and I understand that. But and we talked about this multiple times on the podcast as well with other people. I know Graham has struggled. I'm sure you guys have, because just you guys probably struggle more just in proximity to where you're located and not having venues. But like even in Barrie, where we have venues, you've been here, you know we got venues, but these people want astronomical prices. I mean, it's like they think they're the O2 Arena or something. Like, I'm like, God bless. I mean, we've had them tell us, like, when we first started trying to go to, like, some of the leisure centers, there'd be no one in there. And we'd be like, there's only, like, 7 of us right now. Can we get a discounted rate until we get some foot traffic, and then we'll, you know, at least for a little bit. Now, because if we did it for you, we'd have to do it for everybody. I was like, there's no one else here. No one else will know. I'm like, yeah, but, and I'm like, so you'd rather make no money than make some money? And they were like, yeah. I was like, all right. So it's crazy. So I'd imagine it'd be a lot of fun to be able to do a singles and a doubles every tournament. But I'd imagine that our entry fees would go up considerably for that to happen.
Yeah. I'd pay the money.
I would pay that money, but that's my only hobby I do. Like, true hobby I do. I don't go do anything else. Like, I'll put all my money towards anything I'm not putting towards my kids is probably going towards cornhole, to be perfectly honest. So, yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. It's crazy.
Hopefully we at least get it every year going forward.
Yeah.
That's what we can hope for at least. So
Well, I
hopefully
don't know.
this weekend.
How much space you got on the wall there, Craig? You can't go for too many years.
That wall, what
You
you
look
see
like you've
there's
got less
only
space there, John.
what you see there's less than a quarter of the wall space.
Yeah.
Mine were in the cupboard. I had to dust them off.
I actually don't know where my
Has it been that
tier
long
2
since you
runners
won?
up thing is.
Thick layer of dust on them.
Jeez.
So which
There's
ones
only
do
one
you
thing I
have,
plan
Craig?
on winning, and it's behind Josh anyway.
What's that?
So there's only one thing I'm interested in winning, and it's behind you.
What is Venetian blind?
No,
the
the old just boarding chain.
The bragging rights medallion.
What trophies do you have there, Craig?
Hey, that's the runner-up from Halt Whistle, the national tier 2 champion, the
Doubles
championship, and we had a UKCL blind draw at the ACO the first time they were over in Manchester, and it was myself and Nick Pettit that won that.
Oh,
I'm sure it was actually. Now, who did we beat in the final? I think it may have been John.
Oh man! And then what do you? You have the old man trophy,
I have.
doubles, and then what's the other one?
The runner-up, UKCL runner-up against Liam.
Craig, you can't be far off from the old man championship, can you?
Eh?
How old are you?
Me? I'm
Yeah.
just a young pup. I'm okay. I'm a recycled teenager. I'll be 50 on my next birthday.
See, you're getting close. I'm excited. I'm 47. I got 8 years. I'm like, yo, let's go.
Huh?
Because what? You got to be 55, right?
55.
55.
55. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm excited. I got 8 years to go.
So 6 years before I could play it.
I mean, luckily, I'm still 55 this year, so I can enter.
Cool.
Yeah.
Helen's birthday on Sunday. Don't
Is
forget
it?
to say happy birthday. So
Sunday
she's got to enjoy her day sitting watching us play doubles.
Yeah. She's
What
the
better
one.
way to spend a birthday?
Oh, we couldn't have given her a better present than letting her watch us play doubles.
100%. And I'm going to do her one up. I'm going to give her the greatest present of all. After we beat you guys in the finals, she's got to ride home with you.
Ooh, fighting words.
Yeah, there's like when you take Aaron and Alex and Danny and Merv and I don't know, like getting to the final is going to be a tough thing to do. I wouldn't assume.
I'll tell you what.
They'll be a tough
Yeah.
one as well.
Hey, nobody else is going to back me. I'm going to back myself every time.
Personally, I'm no looking any further than rounders.
Hey, if me and Woody win a game in bracket, I'm going home happy. We've all seen me throw, and he's currently nursing a shoulder injury. So
yeah, there's
maybe
enough.
We need to lower the expectations if we take points off people.
There's enough good teams in there that it would be hard to pick even finalists. I think. You know, I think there's enough good teams in there that it would be hard to pick one team to say, right, they'll make the final. But I think whatever, no matter what happens, whoever wins it will be the team that deserves to win it. And good luck to whoever it is. I mean, that means that they've turned up and they've played well on the day. You know, I mean, if you turn up and play to the best that you on the day, then you deserve something out of the day. So it doesn't matter who it is, whether it's Josh and Liam or Danny and Marv or Charlie and Alistair or me and John, whatever. It's just, I think it's going to be, you could, I wouldn't like to pick. I really wouldn't.
Yeah. Well,
I wouldn't.
Well, I'm going to
I
make
wouldn't
you
pick us. I wouldn't pick us because
No,
I think that there's
you got to
too much.
back yourself. So you got to back yourself. So who are y'all playing in the finals? If you had to pick right now.
Well, see, the other side to that is it doesn't matter.
It does. I'm asking you. You got to answer. Stop. Stop with your politically correct answering.
Who would I want to play in the finals?
Who do you think it's going to be?
The second place team.
Well, I'll answer. It's not going to be.
I don't know.
Because we're going to knock them out. Probably we'll meet them early and we'll be knocking them out. So,
like
Danny,
maybe
and Mark.
Vicky and Helly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
No,
all
it could
I'm
be
saying
anybody.
is you got to back yourself. So, presuming you're in the finals, who are you playing in the finals? Just asking. But Craig, he can't. He's
Is
like,
this for- is this for me?
Just have a good time.
I would like to play in the finals. If me and John are lucky enough to get to the finals, I don't know. It's just, but whoever it is, if me and John's lucky enough to get to the finals, whoever it is that's playing better turn up because I would want a good game. Honestly, I don't have a three-sided coin, or I would flip a three-sided coin because I would put on one side I would have you and Liam. On another side, I would have Daniel and Marv, and then maybe Jared and Dave Noosh, Jared Noosh and Dave Murray. I think that'll be a strong pair.
I think Alex and Aaron are going to be a real strong pair. I feel like there's legit like 5 teams that are super strong.
Yeah, but Alex doesn't like playing me, especially lately. He hates it.
Yeah.
He goes to bits. He's playing really good at the minute, to be honest. But he doesn't like playing me.
I think it's weird because I think you get certain matchups that now it just kind of gets in your head a little bit and you start thinking about it and you're like, well, shit.
Yeah, nobody bothers me now, actually, because now I've got that one person I had to beat was Liam, and now I've beat him. There's nobody that I'll meet and I'll think, no, I'm that bothered. I'm pretty easy with everybody. It's but in the end, if you go and have fun, you're going to play your best game anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, the fun.
Yeah. I'm with you on the fun because
yeah.
I mean I know people say it's only tier 2, but last time out after my first bracket game when Lily Farmer whipped my ass, it was a case of right, well, everything from now on, I just enjoy what time I got left of the day, and then I just started playing better. I played my best Cordo throughout the day until I got to the feature court against Ian, and it was just Ian's day.
Yeah,
my first bracket game in the ACO when Graham beat me. Remember that one, Graham?
I think that was my only win that day. I think that was Nationals last year, wasn't it? Yeah.
But it's the same.
And it was a clear win as well, wasn't it? It was a big win.
Yeah, I think I threw in the 8s, and then I went to pot after that because it was then Charlie and Liam were also in our group.
Yeah, you guys had a tough group.
Yeah. But that's because that first game, I was just like, I'm in arguably the group of death, so to speak. So just enjoy it. I played really well against you. And then I got in my own head. It's like, oh, well, I've beaten John. I've never beaten John. And then I start thinking. And then before I know it, I've gone to pot against Liam. I've gone to pot against Charlie. So I just need to start enjoying it more. I've given up my aspirations of making Nationals tier 1. So now it's just go, turn up, enjoy the day. And who knows? We might see a better version of me turn up at the weekend. As long as I don't overthink things, which is what I've always said. I need to not overthink things, enjoy the day, and maybe get a sports psychologist.
Well,
just don't think.
It's only you that's putting pressure on you, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Like there is no outside force exerting pressure on you. That's only coming from within, and it's just being able to deal with that and switch that off to allow yourself to have fun. If you can't switch that off, you're not going to let yourself have fun, eh?
Yeah, I mean that's why Woody's like an ideal partner. Is like we know we're not considered a favourite team, but we'll just go. We'll have fun, but while doing that, I think we've also got the capability between us, if we're both on it, to maybe cause an upset and beat a decent team or two.
Woody had a good tournament last one,
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
he?
Well, yeah, exactly. Like me and Josh have seen him like throughout Europe, so we know what he's capable of when he's on it. So it was great to see him finally turn up, get out of his own head, and turn up and do what we know he can do. So hopefully this weekend we can do the same again.
For sure. So when is the next Corn on the Pod happening?
It'll happen once I've got me settled in and get rid of all this chaos, which has been what for all this year anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll do another one. We'll get it going again.
You moved into a smaller shop, correct?
Yeah, a lot smaller. 4.5. I had 4,500 square foot, and I'm down to 1,000. So I've shoehorned everything in.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it works. Once I've got to build an office and I've got a bit of space above it, and it'll be fine. It'll be a nice setup because it's just me now. The boys buggered off down to Grimsby. He's living down there, so it's just me in there. I don't need all that
So
space.
are you decreasing your workload then?
Nah, not really.
No.
It just shows how much stuff he had in the other place that he doesn't need.
Hey, I will tell you this. You say that, like, so when I moved back here from the States, I had a shop out on, because we had like 5 acres of property, and I had a shop full of shit. And I'm like, man, when I was packing to come and I had to pay out of pocket to, cost me like almost $6,000 to move all my stuff here, I was like, well, that can go, that can go, that can go.
That's what I've done. Yeah, that's exactly.
And even now, I live in a house too big. As you can see, I got shit everywhere. All the time. My ex-wife will come over to the house to clean. I pay her to come clean the house, and she'll take stuff and she'll hide it. And then if I don't say anything for a few weeks, she just bins it. So one day I call her and I'm like, I couldn't find something. And she goes, well, I hid it in the front room, but it's been in there for 3 weeks. And you're just now noticing. I was like, yeah, fair. She goes, you know how much stuff I've thrown away in the last 6 months because you don't notice that it's missing? I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I've had to get rid of all sorts of stuff because in the end in that workshop we had like 13 guys and we were doing like massive big contracts, nearly £1 million contracts. I don't do that anymore. I do my motorsport stuff basically. I don't do all the big shop fitting anymore. So I had stuff and even machines that I didn't really use. So I've just got rid, downsize, it'd be nice and compact, and then I'll do all the work I want to do. So it'll work. And
What
still
about-
make cornhole boards, obviously.
Yeah,
Still,
you're doing the ones for the ACO again this year.
Yeah. Starting them this week and finish them by the end of next week, so they're done a good week in advance. So I think I've got like 30 boards to make at the minute. Some for Craig's club, Dave Murray, a couple of them, and ACO. So a lot of boards.
Well, maybe I'll have to commission a set of boards.
You should get good boards then.
I'm no doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. So what, you still doing your cooking channel as well?
Yeah, I need to get back into that because I haven't done them for ages. It's I'm still getting subscribers, I'm still getting loads of views, but I need to get another video out and start to snowball it and keep it going. So it's
no surprise the fat lad likes his food. So I was enjoying the cooking channel.
I was too.
Yeah, but the thing is, I still cook all the time. I still enjoy cooking, but it's just cooking for us. So I keep doing new things, and I think, I need to do it. Make a note, do a video of that. It's so I enjoy doing it as well. So it's just it takes a full day, and I haven't had a full day lately. I've been in work all the time. So
That's
it's
fair.
we'll get back into it and we'll do some videos soon. So
Fair enough.
Summer's coming. Can we expect a barbecue related one?
well, I'm building like an outdoor oven, which is like an oven and a grill. So I'm making my own big oven so I can do smoking and do all sorts in it. So and it'll have a grill.
Yeah.
So that's the idea, is to do videos outside as well. So
I'll look forward to that video then.
Yeah.
Sir. All right. Do we have anything else that we want to discuss?
Yes,
What say you, Craig?
Yes, Craig, you do. Yes.
I very do. And it's like about the growth of cornhole in Scotland and what we're doing for to help grow the sport in Scotland. We've just had our second club opened up last week on Wednesday night. And for the first night, it was very good. There was 13 players in for the first night. Out of those 13 players that was in for the first night, there was 5 of us that's already been playing at my club that was there. So then there was like 8 new players, which for the first night is absolutely fantastic. Now, out of those, there was actually 2 of them that had went last Wednesday that came to my club tonight as well. So, you know, it looks like they're going to come to both. So we've got the Monday and the Wednesday. The second club is only like 8 miles away from where I live. So we've got 2 like really close, that are really handy for us, whereas I'm going to be able to now play 2 nights a week, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Get some more practice in. And then over the last probably 5 months it's taken to get to where I am with the Fife Sports and Leisure Trust. This is going to be big, I think. They're one of the problems with the Fife Sports and Leisure Trust, though, just like any local authority run thing, things take forever. Like so, and it's even trying to get in front of the right person is a nightmare. You've got to go through so much other people who then writes reports and submits them before they decide. But if they're got, you know, so the stage I'm at the moment is I met the manager of the local leisure centre here. Now, the Fife Sports and Leisure Trust, they run all the leisure centres throughout Fife. But there's also some other leisure centres that they're running sports in. You know, so they've got 14 leisure centres in total. And what they're talking about is like there's 12 of those leisure centres that would be suitable for cornhole. And they want cornhole in all 12 of these leisure centres throughout Fife. Now, I've had a meeting with the manager of the local leisure centre. He's involved with the health and well-being side of things. So basically what that is, a lot of it's targeted towards like older people. And with these health and well-being sessions, this is where like people that's had knee operations and hip operations and things like that, you know, they put on gentle exercise programs for as part of like the rehabilitation and the physio. So cornhole's going to be included in that. So like that's the first thing, whereas I think it's really quite funny. Whereas now through the NHS, you're going to be able to get referred from your doctor to play cornhole.
Awesome.
That's fantastic. You know, we're like one step away from getting prescription.
Can we get the latest charge bags on prescription?
Now, last week I had another meeting, and the guy I had a meeting with last week is one of the adult sport coaches. Now, then I've also got to go through like the youth sport coaches and then make sure that everyone's like sort of on the same page, singing on the same hymn sheet, so we can get it right across the board for all ages right through. So that guy that I was speaking to, he's now got to write a report for to put it into all the management and the board and things like that for to get things approved. And he thinks it could take maybe like up to a year before we could get it into all the leisure centres throughout Fife. But he did say he's hoping to have it started by the summer in the first one, which would be in the main one in Glenrothes. Which that one, if there was ever going to be a tournament up here, whether it be UKCL or ACO Europe or anything, that's the facility that it would be in, and they're happy for to have these size of tournaments in that facility. So I've already got a venue for anything that was to happen up here. And then what they would be doing with that is that I would then become the Fife Sports and Leisure Trust sports ambassador for cornhole. So when they're putting on, you know, all these like kids camps and things like that these leisure centres do throughout the summer, they've got to be including cornhole as that, whereas I would then be going in and doing coaching with the youngsters all throughout the summer on a volunteer basis, which I'm happy with, you know, if it's going to get more bags in more people's hands. So what we're going to try and do is, rather than me having to meet all these people individually, that guy is going to try and arrange for me to go along to the next monthly managers meeting and actually, you know, put on a display, take the boards along, do a display for them, answer all the questions in one go, rather than being this big Chinese whispers of emails that's going to take weeks for to sort things out, you know. So that may help things move along quicker. But the Fife Sports and Leisure Trust, for everyone that I've spoke to so far, they're excited about cornhole. Now, this guy that I had spoke to, that's in charge of all the adult sports coaching things, he was the one that introduced pickleball into Scotland and got that kicked off as a sport and up and running. Now the trusts, they've now took a step back from pickleball, and pickleball now has its own governing body in Scotland. So like the pickleball, they're taking over running the sport themselves. So what he's hoping to do is transfer all the funding that they've been putting into pickleball for these years for to grow it as a sport, and then now that they've handed that over, then just take it up to cornhole, just switch things over to cornhole, and then they'll put all their efforts into that. So it really is, the future of cornhole up here is very bright.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man. Good for you.
Yeah. It's taken a lot. It's took a long time to get to the stage that we're at, but I feel that we're at the stage now, whereas it's very close for it to start happening. You know, we just need to see. We need this final approval from the board. But the more people that we've got within the trust that's speaking positively to the board and putting in the right reports, that's going to make this happen. That's the stage that we're at the moment.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's awesome. Between you and Hallie and now Micah, man, you guys are smashing it.
Yes, I'm feeling more positive about cornhole than I ever have, just because of like how much cornhole there is going to be locally here, you know. Like all these, so I think there's going to end up with 3 sets of boards in every facility and like 12 facilities throughout Fife, whereas anybody could then go and just hire a badminton court and get the boards out and play cornhole. But each of the facilities will have like a club with regular sessions. The way that it's going to work is like they'll allocate maybe like a half hall, you know, the 2 courts to that, and they'll just have an hourly fee that they'll charge people. So it's not like all the responsibility of running clubs and things like that'll be taken away from me, and they'll be running all the facilities. So that's quite a good thing as well, that they're fully going to be on board to help grow this as a sport in Scotland.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
We need other local councils to take note of this. And
yeah,
John, it looks like you got a lot more boards to make, bud.
yeah. Craig's going to keep you busy.
That's awesome.
Hopefully,
hopefully,
because I mean,
slow them down at some point.
that's 36 sets of boards and 72 sets of bags, you know, if all this comes off. So
See,
I mean, that's
in a couple of years, it might not be Team GB, might be Team England and Team Scotland.
No, it's like when I say about getting, if we were to host a big tournament up here, whether it be UKCL or ACO Europe or anything like that, it's an 8 badminton court hall that we'll have access to.
All right, UKCL.
It's
on you guys, man. Y'all hear this?
It's season 5.
No, I would say no to that. I don't think it should be season 5. Because although there's a lot of things happening at the moment that is going to grow the sport, I don't think the player base will grew properly by season 5. A lot of these things aren't going to be put into place until season 5's halfway through.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, once everything's in place and the player base is properly growing, not just people that's doing the health and well-being side, but actually on the proper sports side of it as well, then yeah, maybe season 6. I would like to say to the UKCL, listen, we've got 30 players, you know, and that's just going to take time. I think season 5 would be too soon.
Yeah, it's fair.
I mean, give me a reason to come to Scotland. I'm there, dude. Like, let's go play. Let's go hang out in Scotland.
Cool. See, one of the other things that I thought about as well is, do I just do a half-court hire and put on a tournament, but have all the management come to that, so they could actually see the sport as it's happening with all levels of play?
That's a good idea. Yeah, yeah.
You know, like, even if we were to, like, cap it at 16 people or something like that, you know, we could do a singles and then a blind draw or something. You know, it doesn't need to be a lot, just enough for to showcase the sport.
Yeah. Because I think a big thing for people that have never seen it and things, because obviously we talk about it because we still call it beanbag throwing. I know, like, we've done some events here, and no matter how many times we tell them that it's called cornhole, they always just talk about it as, oh, it's beanbag throwing. And everybody just automatically assumes it's what you do at a kid's school fete, and it's just, whatever. And then I think when people start to see it, and especially see it in action, then all of a sudden, like, you weren't there, Craig, I don't believe, but John, you were there. Do you remember earlier in the season when the guys from Hickory came?
Yeah, yeah.
They were just fucking mind blown. Like, obviously they had seen it because of the Ashby and all that, but like, to see a tournament and see everybody there playing, they were fucking mind blown, man. Every one of them said over there was like, holy shit, this is like legit. Like, this is a real thing, and people take it very seriously. So I think you're onto something, man. When you do a tournament, and then you also see that, you know, especially you, Craig, you're big into the whole, like, we're out there having fun, win, lose, or draw. And I think when people see a tournament and see the camaraderie, see the fact that, yes, we may play each other, we might not talk at all while we're playing in a match, but then after it, we're over sharing a beer, hanging out, and bullshitting. Like, to see that kind of camaraderie, because, you know, that doesn't happen in football, and, like, it happens in rugby, because rugby people just, they're smash heads and, all right, we're over it. But, like, I think that's the big thing with cornhole, is like, you can play a match, lose or win, not talk the whole match, and then the very, like, 5 seconds later, you're over there having a beer and hanging out. And I think when people see that, it helps them understand that this isn't just a way to go be competitive at something. It does. You get to, you know, scratch the competitive itch, but it's also very much a camaraderie type sport.
I was just thinking, if we could put something on and get these people to come along and showcase it in that kind of way, then I'm never going to be able to explain it to them properly in a way that they're going to understand. You know, whereas if they just come and see it, then I think that's the best thing, is for to experience it. So yeah, the next time I'm speaking to them, I'm going to suggest that. I mean, the thing is, I could maybe get like 8 or 10 players to go along. So I'm going to need other players to show up if we're going to be able to showcase it to them.
Well, you gotta come up with a date so that we all can plan accordingly.
Yeah.
That's a long trip for me, man.
Yeah, but there's also the other side of it as well. Whereas if you were to come up here, like say you come up on the Friday, we would go out on the Friday night to the How Beer Project, which is a local brewery. I'm actually drinking their beer just now. And you know, in this one that I've got just now,
how much are you getting paid, Craig?
The grain was grown and malted all within like a 3-mile radius of the brewery. It's their most local lager that they've ever produced.
That's awesome.
I'll bring some on Saturday.
Please do. Please do.
So yeah, I mean, anybody, if we do have something like that, then we would go in and we can go on the Friday night and have a blind draw in their tap room or something. You know, they've got 3 courts in their tap room as well. That's another place we're going to be, and they want to start up a monthly league. So, as I say, cornhole's in quite a good place in Scotland at the moment, but it's right at the start of that good place.
That's awesome. But let's do it, man.
Yeah, I
I'll
mean,
come up
and these
anytime
people,
but the winter.
These people at the How Beer Project are fantastic. The guy is actually Scottish. His wife is from Colorado. So, when they moved back over here for setting this up, they wanted to set it up like an American style brewery with the tap room and things. And honestly, what an amazing awesome place it is. It's the best place for to go and have a few pints in Scotland. I would suggest it's absolutely fantastic.
That's cool. Yeah, I just don't.
So we would include that. Oh no.
If it's going to happen, it'll happen. I don't want to come to Scotland where it's even colder.
If this is going to happen, it'll need to happen within the next few months.
Yeah, let's do summer.
Yeah, I'll keep you posted. I'll let you know. Keep you posted along the way as I learn new things and as things are progressing.
And we'll be more than happy to share it on the pod.
We'll all be there because we're only up just down the road. I'm nearly in Scotland. Nearly. I'm nearly Scottish. I live there. Can I be on Team Scotland? Can I be on Team Scotland?
Yeah, no problem.
Here's the thing, John. We can understand what you're saying, so no, it wouldn't work. I tell that story so many times though. When we were all in Ashby and we were at the pub or the hotel bar, and I'm like, I've always struggled a bit to understand what Craig was saying, but I do okay. And then we were all sitting there that night, and he started talking MotoGP, and he got to speaking so fast. I was just sitting there like, dude, you're gonna have to slow down, man. I can't understand anything you say. So I told that story the other day because someone was talking about, I don't even remember what it was. They were saying something about Scotland and going to Scotland, and I was like, yeah, I said the biggest thing you got to worry about is being able to understand what they're saying. I said, now if they're speaking slow, you might be all right, but once they get talking about something they're passionate about and get going fast, you're gonna struggle, man.
The thing is, you've only ever heard the filtered version of me, because I've got to try and speak in a way whereas I know you'll understand. I mean, John will probably know more because I've spent a lot of time with John, and when I get in the flow, but see, when I was in Tulsa, honestly, see the full week in Tulsa, I was absolutely exhausted just by trying to control the pattern of my speech and speak a bit slower. It was exhausting. It was like mentally exhausted just so I could be understood by people. And then I met Mark Smothers. And Mark Smothers is the guy in the ACO, whereas even the Americans, they have a hard time with what Mark Smothers is saying. I did not have to adjust the pattern of my speech for him to understand me, and I got every single word that he said perfectly.
Brilliant.
And he ended up calling me his brother from another country.
I knew when you went to Tulsa that there was going to be some issue because I'm from Oklahoma. I know. I'm slow speaking.
The thing is, if I was just to go and talk the way that I talk when I'm back home, nobody would understand. Nobody would hear through anything that I was saying. So really, I've really got to try hard every time that I'm at the cornhole and things. It's a try hard for it to be understood. I feel like I'm treating you all like idiots.
I've noticed that about Byron. Because Byron, he'll get to talking to me, and I feel bad because sometimes I just have to smile and nod because I'm like, I don't understand anything you're saying. I'm just like, yeah.
Sorry, I've got to do that with Byron sometimes too.
Super fast too. What's that?
I'm saying I've got to do that with Byron sometimes too.
But he's a good kid, man, and I love being around him. But yeah, sometimes he'll get to speaking so fast, and I'm just like, holy Christ! I don't want to be like, I don't want to hurt his feelings. Not to say it would, but my youngest sister had a bit of a speech impediment when she was real young, and I didn't live with them until I was 12. So I remember when I moved in, I always felt so bad if I couldn't understand something she was trying to tell me because I hadn't learned her speech patterns and to know what she was saying. So my other sister, who's only, I think, 18 months older than her, she'd have to translate it for me. and I always felt bad. So now I always think, like, when I'm talking to Byron, if I can't understand something he says, I don't want to hurt his feelings and be like, Byron, I don't know what you're talking about, bud. So hopefully I'm just catching it at the right
Just say
time
to him,
going, oh, yeah, no, yeah. Like, all right.
no, honestly, just say to him, that was too fast. Could you say that slower? He'll be fine. He won't take it. He won't.
Yeah, I'm not saying, I'm sure he wouldn't, but sometimes
Because
I'm just
he'll
like,
probably look at it the same way as me. I mind that there was an American guy that was over. It was I used to breed snakes, and then there was one of the big breeders from America was over, and we went and met in Blackpool and things. And he kept on saying that I was talking too fast, and it's like, wait a minute, pal. This is the lands where this language originated. I'm not talking too fast. You're listening too slow. Right.
I have a bad habit of listening too
Speed
slow.
up your listening, Josh.
My bad. I'll work on that. All right. What else? Anything else, John? What say you?
Nah, not much to say at the minute. To be honest, I'm not sort of tired. I'm trying to keep up. But
I'm not gonna lie. To record at 9:30, man, I had to take about a 15-minute little shut eye just to get my bearings about me. All right.
So, when are you going to? Will you be in Ashby on Friday night, or are you just travelling on the Saturday morning? You'll be there on the Friday night.
Yep.
Where are you staying?
We have an Airbnb in town somewhere. I don't have the exact address on me, but somewhere.
Are you doing cornhole on Friday night?
Not that I'm aware of.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, we've not heard out if there is anything going on.
Well, there normally is at Colville. That's where Charlie's club is at Colville. They've normally on for like 7 until 9.
Oh yeah.
They haven't said anything though, have they? Is that the normal night?
Yeah, I think Friday's just a normal night.
Have a Tuesday and a Friday now. Yeah.
Yeah, the Fridays in Colville. It's only like 7 minutes away for that Premier Inn that we stay at in Ashby, so it's
might be worth shooting somebody a message. Try and find out.
just a good laugh, eh? And an extra chance to throw some bags.
I was thinking more of a pub or something, but sure. All right.
I've got a fresh bottle of bourbon I'll be bringing down with me anyway. It's a bit stronger than that Woodford we were on the other week. 62.8% it is.
I gotta be careful. All right. I don't have anything else. You guys got anything else? Well, thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it, and we'll see you at the weekend.
We'll see you at the weekend, and I'll take the diplomatic route here. Good luck this weekend in doubles. Good luck.
You too. You too. Yeah. I hope you have a great tournament. I really do. I hope you have a great tournament.
I do too.
Keep the front boards to a minimum.
I told you, hey, like you said, I passed all that off to you.
Yeah. You certainly have. If tonight's anything to go by anyway. Honestly, it was crazy. And it was only thrown one way. Thrown back the other way, I was going off the back.
It's funny though. I feel the same sometimes. Like I feel, depending on the day, man, I'm either like really good outside arm, and inside arm I'm just like terrible, or I'll be really good inside arm, and then outside arm, man, I can't. It's all over the place. I never get both arms working at the same time.
Although I got to the final in the Rare Meal Challenge tonight, and I got 3 in on the final and won £33. We were £11 a bag tonight.
Nice.
Well done.
Yeah.
That's a couple beers.
Certainly is.
All right, gents. Thanks for coming on. We'll see you at the weekend.
Yeah.
John, Craig, Charge Cornhole.
See you later.
Well done. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
All right, and we're back. Always good to get them two guys on. Craig up there doing good stuff in Scotland to help grow it in Scotland.
Very good.
I hope that he can get that moving sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
I know bureaucracy of stuff going through the government can be, painful. When you owe them they come right at you. But when you want something from them, man, they take their sweet ass time for sure. So hopefully they'll get that going, man. But yeah, what about you, bud? Got anything else?
We've now put the info finally for the raffle.
Yeah, I
on
did see
Facebook.
that.
To get the front model and what
Do you have
signed
those
by.
bags?
I've not got them on me at the
Okay.
minute. They're safely stored away so they don't get ruined.
Yeah, fair.
They're in a
So-
safe place.
If you guys are listening, go check out our socials. We're gonna do a raffle for some OG, fairly OG
Yeah,
game
I
changers.
think like Gen 2.
Probably Gen 2.
Yeah, so something like that. Early before the stamp came into effect with the ACL. So
Yeah.
they're pretty old.
Signed by one of the OGs himself, Frank Modlin, who's also a stand-up guy. We're gonna raffle those off. Thankfully, thanks to you, Graham, for donating those. We're gonna raffle them off. £5 a ticket. We're trying to shoot for at least 50 people in.
50,
We'll see.
yeah. I mean, depending
We'll
on
see
how
if
it
we get
goes,
there.
if we get to the 50 dead quick and people are still interested, by all means, we will keep it going and until we stop getting interest. Like, we want to get as much money for Daisy as possible.
Yep, for sure.
So,
And if y'all
but
don't
then
remember,
if we go months, if we get to June and we've not hit 50, we'll raffle off, and that way Daisy's then not waiting for the money.
should we set the day for national championship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll do a live raffle at nationals. That
And
way,
if
if
you
somebody who's in the UK community wins, they can get the bags on the day. If it's somebody in Europe, like, I can either pass them to you if you're going somewhere they'll be, or if it's somewhere I'm going to be when I go out, I'll take them with me, or I'll just post them if people want them
States,
sooner. Like,
any of our listeners out there, any of you guys, and please share it. Get it out there to as many people as possible. It is for a good cause, as y'all all are aware. Flo, one of my club mates, and many of y'all know because she's went to European championships the last 2 years. Great person, great family. Her sister is in recovery from major cancer surgery, so we're still trying to raise funds for her. She was an independent contractor, so she gets a little bit of statutory pay from the government, but not enough. And so we're trying to raise some money for her. So yeah, if you know anybody that's willing and able, that'd be great. Even if you don't want them, you just want to donate, we still have a GoFundMe page that's on our socials as well. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll say we'll draw the night before.
Yeah.
Nationals.
Yeah.
Actually, no, let's do it at Nationals because then we can go live for the draw.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Anything else, bud?
I think that's it.
Shout out to our sponsors, Sleepy Baggers.
Yeah.
I'm going to shout out to Anthony, one of the co-founders and owners of Sleepy Baggers, on his nuptials that just happened on Friday. He just got married. Congratulations, bud. Can't wait to celebrate with you. Yeah, pretty awesome. So congratulations out to Anthony. Remember, Slicky Baggers for all your ACL bag needs here in Europe. They got some good merch. Use the code JUSTB10 for 10% off.
Yeah.
If anybody here in England is ordering anything, or decides to order anything, hit us up because I may be able to circumvent shipping as I'll be out in Europe a multitude of times over the next couple months, and I may be able to get them to just send it Europe to Europe, and I'll pick it up while I'm out there to bring back to you guys, because I know that shipping, I think, can get kind of expensive depending on what you order. But if not, yeah. But a lot of times I can pick stuff up and bring it back. Shout out to LFG Cornhole. Shout out to Cornhole 101 podcast. Thank you guys, because they keep mentioning us on their podcast as well. We greatly appreciate it. Shout out to Great Cornhole for becoming the official sponsor of the junior division here in the UKCL. That's awesome. Well done. What else?
Charge Cornhole.
Yeah, I mentioned
As
it
well,
when
yeah.
John was on the show.
Yeah, and then Cornhole Players Club.
Cornhole Players Club,
Well,
that's right.
yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah.
those guys. Yeah. Shout out to yeah, no, I don't have anything.
We've run out of people.
I did run out of people. I
Yeah,
did.
we've covered half the Cornhole community now, anyway.
Oh, but again, remember what John said. So this weekend when you see Helen, Harkness, tell her happy birthday. She has enough problems in her life dealing with John, so she probably could use a good birthday.
Yeah.
Just kidding, John. All right. I ain't got anything else, man.
No, me neither.
All right. I'm Josh.
Graham.
Just bored it.
Bought it. Latest.
Later, bud.